This is Share the Vision, presented by the Resource Center, a discussion of the programs and services of the Resource Center and about issues related to individuals with disabilities. Today, we join you from the Resource Center's administrative offices on Dunham Avenue, just outside Celeron, for the Everyday Hero celebration. For an introduction, here is Steve Watterson, Community Relations Director at the Resource Center. Steve, hello.
Hi, Dennis. How are you?
Well, fine, and people can hear the echo. There's nobody here quite yet. But a big program is about to get underway in the conference center. Let's give the listeners a little bit of an introduction.
Well, this is National Direct Support Professional Recognition Week. And one thing we've been doing for the last several years is having a celebration to pay tribute to our hundreds of direct support staff who do a fantastic job every day supporting individuals with disabilities at the Resource Center. And we call this event the Everyday Hero Celebration, and we're going to be recognizing 33 employees who really have excelled in their jobs during the past year.
The essence of the work of the DSPs, for those listeners who may not be familiar with how the Resource Center works.
You know, Don Traynor is right behind us. Don Traynor is our resident expert on direct support professionals. And since he's here, I think we should pull him in because he could describe this a lot more eloquently than I can.
Don, hello.
Hello. How are you doing, Dennis?
What is your title at the Resource Center?
I work in the Staff Learning and Development Department. I'm a staff development specialist, but at heart I was and always will be a direct support professional.
And what does it mean to be a DSP?
It means I help people have great lives.
That's simple.
It's not that simple. It's complex. It's incredibly complex. The number of hats that a direct support professional has to wear in the course of just a single day is just, it's unbelievable to think of how many areas of focus they have to have in supporting so many diverse people in their hopes and dreams to have that great life.
What's going to happen over the next few minutes of this program? There are some speakers who are going to come to the dais here and talk about this work and this celebration. We'll hear the voices of as many of the direct support professionals as we can who are available to speak to us about being honored on the Share the Vision program. But let's go right now to the filled room and the beginning of today's program.
Good afternoon. Welcome to our Everyday Hero celebration. This is an opportunity to recognize just some of the hundreds of employees for their dedication and compassion that they exhibit every day as they support people with disabilities at TRC. We congratulate the 34 people who are being honored today. You were nominated by your coworkers because they feel you do an exceptional job providing support to people with disabilities, but also in being a good team member. Before we get started, we have a few people who'd like to tell our honorees just how wonderful they think you are. So first, I would like to introduce our Executive Director, Denise Jones.
Good afternoon, and thank you, everyone, for being here to help us celebrate today. In preparing to talk in some of these celebrations that we have, I have a really hard time coming up with thoughts to say, just because words seem so inadequate to express our appreciation for all you do. So I did find a poem that I thought was appropriate for today's occasion. What a miracle you do, what a role your life's work plays. In difficulty you have courage and a smiling face each day. For being there when others can't, you're showing heaven's love. Thank you for the caring, it comes from God above. Thanks for trust and gentleness, for assurance and compassion rare. The world would be lost without you. Thank you for your caring support.
Next up to speak is going to be Joanne Bevan. She's our Assistant Executive Director for Intellectual and Developmental Disability Operations.
Like with Denise, what do you say to our DSPs? Without them, we would not be able to accomplish all of the things that we do and see the individuals grow as they do. So thank you for all your hard work, your dedication. Also, this year has been probably one of the roughest years I've seen since I've been here. Vacancies are just very, very high right now, and we have staff that are working many, many hours, and we really do truly appreciate that, and the individuals really, appreciate you being there. so that they have someone familiar that's coming in and working with them on a daily basis. So thank you. I know thank you doesn't say enough, but we do really, truly appreciate all you do.
Thanks, Joanne. I'd like to introduce now Mary Jo Hamilton, Director of Intellectual and Developmental Disability Services.
Okay, a big thank you to all our direct support professionals that work so hard day in and day out. You make it happen on a daily basis. Today, especially, I'd like to salute our everyday heroes that we are so proud of. In our book that we got, there's a couple quotes, and I just wanted to talk about them. One of them was, a true hero isn't measured by the size of his strength, but by the strength of his heart. This is so true. We know each of you have a very big heart, and your actions are from your heart. So thank you for that. The other quote was, a hero is someone who has given his or her life to something bigger than oneself. How many of you make it your life? You make this job part of your life on a daily basis. Your personal sacrifices when you come to work, and you can't always leave your job at the door and go home to your family and your friends. So thank you for that. A hero is someone who steps up when everyone else backs down. You take the initiative, you make it happen, you advocate, you lead the team, which is so important. You do the right thing, even when no one is there to notice it. So thank you so much.
Thanks, Mary Jo. Next, please welcome Terry Johnson, Director of Rehabilitation, Employment, and Community-Based Services.
So going last on these things, I should just say ditto because everybody's already said what I would have thought to say today. This morning I looked up some characteristics of a hero because we talk about an everyday hero, and so many different words popped up. But some of the things that stood out to me was selflessness, humility, patience, caring. And as I was thinking about it and thinking about what I was going to say today, I thought it's somebody that always wants to do the right thing. And I kind of emphasize always because it's not just Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. It's always wanting to do the right thing with the people that you support. And so I was thinking about the people that were nominated today as we had gone through and made the selection of who was going to be honored today. It's a difficult decision because there's a lot of nominations that come in and really, really highlighting the great things that you guys do every day. And what struck me is that was kind of a trend with everybody that's getting honored today is the things that make you an everyday hero are things that are not in your job description. So you guys all have things in your job descriptions that you're going to provide support to people, and you're going to follow policies and procedures, and you're going to do a list of tasks. And what makes you guys an everyday hero is all of those other things that you do to support people. It's that going above and beyond on a daily basis and always doing the right thing for the people that we support. And we know that your jobs are not easy, but it's really the things that you show, those qualities and characteristics of being a hero is why you're all here today. So, again, I just want to thank you very, very much for all of your hard work, and please continue to put your best foot forward every day, and it's obviously being seen amongst your peers and your supervisors, so thank you very much.
Thanks, Terry. Okay, let's start off with the awards. We're going to begin with the honorable mention awardees. So when I call your name, please come up to the front of the room where our directors will be handing out your shirt and certificate.
Here are the names of those award winners: Leah Benedetto, Mickey Berlin, Brian Birch, Jennifer Clark, Rochelle Kuhn, Nicholas Coos, Lisa Covey, Holly Lang, Darlene Lascola, Jessica Laspada, Jody Linneman, Jason Lutgen, Jill Marsh, Alberta Monagle, Lynn Osgood, Kelly Patterson, Jill Quigley, Sun Ryder, Dawn Sell, Jeannie Slade, Cheryl Stowe, Elizabeth Swanson, Nicole Tarr, and Patricia Wonder.
Okay, we're going to move on to the Everyday Hero presentations, and as we do every year, Don Trainer has gone out and done some video interviews with each of our honorees, so we will show the video and then have the individual come up to receive their award.
You will hear from each of the Everyday Hero Award winners on this program today. Many of them I had the opportunity to interview during and around the ceremony that you're listening to on the air today. And you'll also hear
a little bit of each video as well. The first award winner was Kelly Edwards.
Kelly, I want to congratulate you on being named one of the Everyday Hero awardees this year at the Resource Center. Tell me a little bit about your work at TRC.
We work with participants and we work in everyday living skills, and we go out in the communities, and it's just a great place to work.
What is your work location?
MJRC Raymond Center.
And how long have you worked there?
A total of 11 years.
What is it about your work that you find most rewarding, most valuable?
It's like coming into a family. Every day it's a new challenge, and it's something to look forward to every day.
How many people do you work with?
Well, we work throughout the whole building, so there's about 12 in a room, but throughout the day we work within each other. We help each other out.
So you would work with many, many individuals throughout the day doing a particular set of activities or something like that?
Sometimes we have group activities that we do within the building and stuff too.
Thank you very much for your time and congratulations.
Thank you.
In the video, Kelly Edwards was asked what she liked best about her work.
Coming into Smiles every day. I absolutely love coming in and having everybody say, "Hello, Kelly, how are you?" And "we missed you over the weekend," or it's just like a nice family atmosphere. It's like you know everybody, and it's just very welcoming.
The next individual we're going to learn about is Josh Johnson.
Josh, you have been named one of the Everyday Heroes this year at the Resource Center. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Tell the audience a little bit about your work at the Resource Center and where you do it.
I work with day services over at the Michael J. Raymond Center building on Jones and Gifford. And we're there throughout the day, and we work with a number of people, all walks of life, really. And my job in particular, I spend a lot of time with people who want to be out in the community, using their community, using all the resources that are available there.
What is it like to take someone who has some disability, that's why they are working with you, and get them out in the community and enjoying life? Tell me a little bit about the challenges of the process, maybe.
Well, I think a lot of the things that you and I might take for granted, other people that I work with, they have a tendency to need support. And I think one of the biggest challenges for people in my line of work is knowing where that line is of the support that's needed and the support that we want to give them, because sometimes we tend to give way more support than is necessary, and then someone's losing out on the opportunity to improve themselves.
Thank you for your time, and congratulations once again.
Thank you.
During the video presentation, Josh Johnson said this about his work.
I think that the things that challenge me the most in this work are probably not being able to identify every situation as the same as the last situation, or every person as the last person, so that you're constantly having to adapt how you work something to fit into how the person you're working with works something. And I think that's the biggest challenge. It's also probably the most rewarding part, just because you get to see people accomplish things, and some of it, maybe even a little part, is because of what you did.
Our next Everyday Hero honoree is Brandy Mercado.
Brandy Mercado, congratulations to you on being selected as one of this year's Everyday Heroes. How do you feel about this?
I'm excited and nervous at the same time.
Tell us a little bit about your work at the Resource Center. Where do you work? What do you do?
I work at MJRC. I'm an activity leader.
That's Michael J. Raymond Center. What kind of activities do you lead? Who do you work with?
We do crafts and we play bingo. We do a lot with like math.
How many people do you work with in a day?
We have 14 in my room on a full day.
Is this work at the Resource Center something new for you, or have you been doing it for some time?
I've been with the agency for 14 years.
Well, congratulations on being awarded this. Obviously, your work is outstanding. You're being honored here today, and I wish you all the best as you continue in your work. In the course of the video, Brandy Mercado talked about this specific aspect of her work.
When we go on an outing or whatever, they like to meet people, and, they'll talk to them and try to get a response. Some people will just walk away. Other people will talk to them and be like, have a nice conversation, and that makes them happy. It's rewarding, like, that you're looked up to. They look forward to seeing you. It's fun. It's nice to be, like a role model for the guys that you support.
Okay, we've had a special request that we jump out of order. Barb Stewart, who is a member of the board of directors. Wave your hand, Barb. She's got a meeting to go to at 1 o'clock, but she said she really wants to see Jeffrey Shriver's video. So, we're going to show that one next.
I did not have the opportunity to speak to Jeff Shriver directly, but here are a few segments from his video presentation.
Some of the things I find really rewarding in this work is when one of our residents learns something new. We have a resident who we got a ping pong table for, and when we first got it, he just threw the ball to us, and now he can serve it, he can volley it, and he loves it. He's always coming up to us, handing us the paddles, and the progress that he's made in the game alone is just fantastic. And it makes me feel good inside. I get goosebumps. It's like a little paycheck that he's come so far in that just one task, and stuff like that is just amazing to me. The advice I would give somebody coming into this field would be to be open-minded. There's a lot of stigma to people with developmental disabilities, and a lot of them are false. Honestly, I think I've learned just as much from my residents at Party that they've learned from me. I had a lot of stereotypes coming in to this job field as well, and I have found that 9 times out of 10 I was completely wrong. And be patient, keep an open mind, and everything should be okay.
Jeff Shriver.
Our next honoree is Eliza Neal.
Eliza Neal, nice to meet you, and congratulations on your award this year. How do you feel about this?
I feel very honored to have received this award.
Where do you work at the Resource Center, and what do you do here?
I work for Employment Services as a job coach.
What does that mean? Can you explain it in a few words?
As a job coach, I go from work site to work site and assist individuals that work out in the community. I am their mentor. I look for different strategies to help them perform their work tasks.
How long have you been doing this?
2 years now.
How do you feel about the work that you do?
I love the work that I do. I love helping others succeed, and this award just really means the most to me.
Well, congratulations to you on your achievements, and best of luck as you go forward.
Thank you.
Here's a brief cut from Eliza Neal's video. I'll advise you in advance it was recorded in a somewhat noisy environment.
My absolute favorite thing about working for TRC is being able to put smiles on folks' faces and being able to see them succeed in their jobs. For somebody looking to get into this field, I would have to say to have compassion. And you have to have a really big passion for working with our folks, and it's got to be something that really makes you proud to help and to make people smile and to see them succeed.
Our next honoree is Corey Orange.
Corey, what do you do for the Resource Center, and where do you do it?
I help take care of people with developmental disabilities, and right now I work at Fluvanna Day Hub Center, and also I sub at Forest.
And how do you feel about being selected as an everyday hero?
I feel excited.
How long have you worked at the Resource Center?
5 years in November.
And what are the rewards of the kind of work that you do day to day in terms of what you accomplish, how it makes you feel?
It's really a privilege, I believe, to be able to do this job because it's pretty rewarding. You get to see all different types of personalities and pretty much changes how you view everyday life.
So the 5 years that you spent here really changed your whole perspective on things.
It does. You see people and you don't think that they can do things, but they can accomplish more than you think that they can.
Well, Corey, congratulations on your accomplishment.
Thank you.
And in the midst of her interview, this is a little bit of what Corey Orange had to say.
The advice that I would give to a potential employee is to, when you start, get ready for a life-changing job because you can't work in this field and not be changed after it. Because these guys, they teach you about life. Everything, it changes you. You can't take anything for granted anymore. And they teach you to love differently. They teach you that everyone can be loved no matter how you are, who you are.
Next, we're going to learn about Lisa Rowland.
My name is Lisa Rowland.
I did not have the opportunity to speak to Lisa Rowland directly, but here's a little bit of what she said to Don Trainer in making the video presentation.
I started off with the transportation department, and then I started subbing inside, and as soon as an opening came up inside, I was excited and started working inside. So my personal outcome for quality for myself is to make sure that I do the best I can to make sure that the individuals I support are taken care of on a daily basis and are happy. I want to make sure that they come in happy and leave happy and that they are taken care of. The thing that really kind of challenges me most is there's a few individuals in my room that actually have no family, and I think that is the thing that kind of breaks my heart. To see some of the people that don't have any family and are kind of like wardens of the state, and it just breaks my heart to see things like that. I just wish I could do more for people like that, but I know it's out of my hands. But it just makes you feel bad for them, So that's the only thing that I think really bothers me the most. The absolute best part of my job is seeing a smile on their face. I think knowing that I did something to make them happy makes me happy. And it just brightens my day to see them laugh and smile and know that I had something to do with that.
Lisa Rowland, one of this year's Direct Support Professional Everyday Hero Award winners at the Resource Center.
Lisa couldn't be here today. Well, a round of applause for her again anyway. Next up is Risa Rosenmurray.
Risa Rosenmurray has also been selected as one of this year's Everyday Heroes at the Resource Center. First, Risa, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
What is the nature of your work at the Resource Center today?
Today, I'm an activity leader at Senior Adult Day Hab. I work with developmentally disabled senior citizens.
How long have you been a part of the Resource Center?
36 years.
Wow, congratulations. And what is it about your work that you think elevated you to the designation of Everyday Hero this year? Do you know how this happened to you?
I don't know. I guess I just like to make people smile, and I do my best every day to make the day happy.
What are the rewards for you personally as you do this work?
Well, not too many people have the opportunity to come into work and have all the people in the room say, "Oh, you're here today, I'm happy. What are we doing today?" And they miss you when you're not there, and I miss them when they're not there as well. So I don't think everyone is lucky enough to have a job like that.
Risa, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And from the video, this comment from Risa Rosen-Murray.
Some of the challenging things I probably like the most. I hate the word behavior because I just think it's a foreign language. And it's kind of like a puzzle when someone is doing something, finding out what they really are trying to tell you. And I really enjoy working with people and making them happy and figuring out what makes them tick and how I can make their life happier.
Next up is Andy Shireling.
Andy, thank you for sitting down and speaking to me for a moment. What is the nature of your work here at the Resource Center?
I am a Pre-Voc instructor over at MJRC. I also work with the community Pre-Voc individuals where I take them out into the community and volunteer at different places.
As we've said through the show here a number of times, MJRC is Michael J. Raymond Center.
Correct.
Pre-Voc, though, I'll have you say what that is, because I don't know that I can explain that to people.
Pre-Voc instructor is a work floor that has individuals with disabilities work up there doing Zippo boxes or Whirlies, lids and containers. And we are up there to make sure that they are steering in the right direction as of doing their job correctly. They have milestones that they have to follow, like focus, socializing while they're working, and things like that.
How long have you been working for the Resource Center?
I have been almost 3 years.
And how do you enjoy the work? Tell me a little bit about your experience.
I enjoy working one-on-one with the individuals, seeing them smile, seeing them grow. I enjoy my job, taking them out one-on-one and getting out into the community and just taking a step back and just looking at how they have grown with the community.
Well, thank you very much for your time, and congratulations on your award, and best of luck as you continue in your work.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And this is from Andy Shireling's video done outside. There's a duck in the background.
And what brought me here is something different in my lifestyle. I used to work retail for like 20 years, and I just got tired of it. I'm still with people. I enjoy the people I'm around and people I work with, but that is something that I enjoy doing, is helping people out. I look at it this way. Positive attitude is always the best thing for anyone. If you have negative's not going to get you anywhere. So I try to think positive and make that person that I'm with think positive also, because you get farther in that, in the world with positive, farther in the day with positive.
Okay, assuming I didn't miss anybody else, our final Everyday Hero for 2016 is Cindy Summerford.
You are another one of the Everyday Hero awardees for 2016 at the Resource Center. Congratulations. How do you feel?
I feel honored and a little overwhelmed by everything that's going on, but yeah, I'm enjoying myself.
How long have you worked here?
It'll be 4 years in October.
And what's the nature of your job, the things that you do on a day-to-day basis?
I support the seniors that come in for a few hours with their activities and their everyday activities. And if they want to go on an outing, then we take them out on outings to whatever they want to do.
Cindy, what are the joys, the rewards of doing this work?
Just to see the happiness on their face and them looking forward to coming in every single day.
What are the challenges for doing this kind of work? What are the things that you have to be prepared for, the things that you need to grapple with sometimes?
Well, I guess the hardest thing would be is when maybe one of them are ill or sick, or, maybe if we lose one. That's probably the hardest part. And you get attached.
Well, congratulations on your designation as one of this year's awardees, and best of luck in your continued work.
Thank you so much.
And Cindy Summerford had this to say about her work at the Resource Center during part of the video presentation.
I've got to say that most of my life I've done food service jobs, cleaning, and they were absolutely meaningless jobs. And I always knew in my heart that there was something missing. And wasn't quite sure what it was, but I'm thinking I just don't want to spend my whole life doing this, because there's more to life. There needs to be more to life than that. So when I started here, You know, the first couple of days, you know, you kind of stand back and you watch and you observe, and for some reason it just felt right.
Cindy Summerford. Today on Share the Vision, you've heard from the Everyday Hero Award winners for 2016 from a presentation not long ago at the Resource Center. Thank you for sharing the vision today.